Indonesia is currently being rocked by a wave of demonstrations. The mass protests, which began on Monday, August 25, 2025, and continued until Thursday, August 28, 2025, both started in front of the Indonesian Parliament building in Jakarta. What was initially intended as a means of expressing public aspirations ended in chaos, spreading to several areas in Jakarta, paralyzing public transportation, damaging public facilities, and even claiming lives. Since early morning on Monday, August 25, 2025, thousands of people from various backgrounds began gathering in front of the House of Representatives of the Republic of Indonesia building. The demonstrators came from many different groups, including activists, individuals, students, traders, and online motorcycle taxi drivers. Police forces were on standby with concrete barriers, layered fences, and closed access to Gatot Subroto Street. The protest unfolded spontaneously with alternating speeches, with the main focus being the rejection of salary and allowance increases for the House of Representatives members, leading to demands for the dissolution of the House of Representatives of Indonesia.
Protesters began clashing with authorities. As noon approached, tensions began to rise when the crowd became rowdy, eventually forcing them to retreat from in front of the Indonesian House of Representatives building. Police detained a group of protesters under the Gerbang Pemuda flyover near the Gelora Bung Karno. This sparked anger among the protesters who were already in front of the House of Representatives. They then united and began throwing rocks and bottles at the fence. After that, open clashes ensued. A number of demonstrators tried to break through the police blockade around the Ministry of Forestry towards Slipi, causing the authorities to fire tear gas and spray water cannons. However, the crowd fought back with stones, wood, and bottles. The chaos spread to Slipi, Pejompongan, and TVRI. Demonstrators even entered the inner-city ring road and the KRL train tracks near Palmera Station. As a result, the Letjen S. Parman Inner Ring Road was temporarily closed and the Tanah Abang Rangkasbitung KRL service was disrupted. KAI commuter temporarily closed Palmera and Tanah Abang stations.
As evening approached, the crowd continued to grow. In Slipi and Palmera, the crowd began burning tires, blocking the commuter train tracks. The police responded immediately by firing tear gas from the flyover. As night fell, the chaos intensified until the Petamburan police station was set on fire by the crowd. The police again pushed the crowd back toward KS Tuban and North Palmera. The demonstrations continued on Thursday, 28 August 2025, but this time it was different from before. This demonstration was driven by workers from various labor unions. They gathered in front of the Indonesian House of Representatives or People's Consultative Assembly building. The demonstration was led by the chairman of the Labour Party, Said Iqbal, with demands related to labor policies, particularly regarding outsourcing and minimum wages for workers. To secure the demonstration, a total of 4,531 personnel from the Indonesian National Army, Indonesian National Police, Indonesian Police Mobile Brigade, and Civil Service Police Unit were deployed.
The situation was relatively calm until late afternoon, but tensions erupted when a number of students tried to climb the fence of the House of Representatives, damaging facilities and throwing rocks and bottles at the building. The authorities responded with water cannons and tear gas. The crowd was pushed back towards Senayan, Slipi, and Pejompongan. However, clashes resumed as groups of students gathered again at several points, even spreading to the toll road and KRL train tracks around Palmera Station. As a result, KRL train services between Tanah Abang and Rangkasbitung were severely disrupted, with hundreds of passengers stranded at the station. The situation worsened in the evening. In the Pajumpungan area, a Brimob tactical vehicle, Rantis, deployed to disperse the crowd, hit an online motorcycle taxi driver named Affan Kurniawan, age 20. A video that went viral on social media shows the Rantis speeding, hitting the victim, stopping briefly, but then running over his body again before fleeing. The victim was rushed to National Public General Hospital, Dr. Cipto Mangunkusumo, but his life could not be saved.
This incident sparked panic and anger among the crowd, causing the clashes to spread, even though the authorities continued to fire tear gas to disperse the crowd. Following the tragic incident, the crowd moved toward the headquarters of the Indonesian Police Mobile Brigade, Brimob, in the Kuitang area of central Jakarta. The crowd set fire to the Brimob headquarters, with several parked vehicles also becoming targets of the mob's anger and being burned to ashes. National Police Chief General Listio Sigit Prabowo immediately issued a public apology and even visited the families of the victims at the Central Jakarta General Hospital, RSCM, early this morning. He emphasized that all those responsible would be prosecuted. The Police Internal Affairs Division detained 7 Brimob members who were inside the armored vehicle at the time of the incident. Metro Jaya Police Chief Inspector General Asep Adi Suheri also emphasized that the legal process would be carried out transparently.
Hari ini mereka digaji dengan tinggi, tapi kebijakan-kebijakan yang harusnya pro terhadap rakyat, dia tidak lakukan. Namun mereka mempercepat RUU yang pro terhadap oligarki. Karena kemarin statement daripada Bu Puan Maharani mengatakan, silakan datang ke gedung DPR, pintu terbuka lebar untuk menyampaikan kritik dan saran. Maka hari ini kita konkretkan, kita yakinkan, kita datang di sini dibuka. Namun kita lihat bersama-sama, kita dibenturkan dengan pihak kepolisian.